Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. We are going to count some dolphins in just a minute, and to help us do that, we have the Executive Director, Lauren Rust of the Lowcountry Marine Mammal Network. But before we jump into counting dolphins, Lauren, let's talk just a little bit about what the network does in the Lowcountry.
So our organization works with marine mammals, so mainly dolphins and whales, and our conservation efforts are to protect local marine mammals, and we do that through education, outreach, stranding response, so any dolphin that's sick, injured, entangled, and then we also do dolphin monitoring through boat surveys as well.
And so we do have an event coming up. I think it's April 26th or 21st through the 26th, where you're going to be counting some dolphins around the Charleston area. So tell us a little bit about that event, and maybe if somebody from the Hilton Head area or elsewhere around the Lowcountry would like to join in on that, how do we do that?
Absolutely. So the whole week, April 21st to April 26th, is called Dolphin Week.
Okay.
And we have a week of events. So everything from beach yoga to a kayak tour. And then it all ends on Saturday, April 26th, which is Dolphin Count.
Okay.
And that's an opportunity for the public to come out and meet our team of scientists and learn how to count dolphins. So, if you're interested in marine science or just dolphins, it's free, it's family friendly, and we'll all be counting dolphins across the Lowcountry at the same time.
Okay.
If you do live in, other areas away from the Charleston area, we do have an app we'll be using called Dolphin Count that anyone can submit dolphin sightings in real time.
Okay, well, that's very cool. And why is it important for us to count the dolphins?
So for us, this gives us a great snapshot of our population. We have resident dolphins that live here year-round, and that's who we're mainly looking for. So it helps us identify individual dolphins, and then looking for hotspots, such as where do these animals like to feed, where are they rearing their young, where are they doing sort of other behaviors. And so having all of these eyes on the water, because we're only a small team, allows us to collect an abundant amount of data, and then we will map that, and we're able to look for that data, and then we share it with the public as well.
And so obviously, as the public, it's so much fun to see the dolphins playing in the water and having dolphin sightings. It never gets old. But why are they important to our ecosystem? Obviously, we love having them around, and as I said, love to see them. But what makes them an important part of the ecosystem?
They are a huge part. So for the ecosystem, they are a top predator. So they really kind of manage the ecosystem. So everything that's sort of below them, keeping that healthy as, fish and oysters and all these things that the public loves to eat. They're also sort of the canary in the coal mine. So, we share often a diet and a habitat with them if you get into the waterways. And so they're sort of the first alert if something is starting to go wrong. So poor water quality or fish counts are low. They're going to be the first ones that we'll see signs of, and that's what we're looking for. That then we can share with the public that could potentially affect our livelihood and our diet. And then also everyone loves dolphins. So from an ecotourism standpoint, they're also just an amazing part of the Lowcountry.
And it's one of those things where it's kind of like our alligators around here. We don't want to feed them, even though it seems like it would be a lot of fun to do so. That's not something we should do, correct?
Absolutely not. No, so it is illegal. They are federally protected, but it's also exact same as, all other wildlife. It makes them, used to humans. They're often getting food that they shouldn't be getting. And then the worst part is they then become accustomed to boats. And so they're approaching boats looking for food, which can put them at a greater risk of getting harmed or getting hit by a boat.
Well, and that leads to my next question. We've got just under a minute left, but what are some of the things that really, do affect the dolphin? What is dangerous for them?
So this year we've seen a number of crab pot entanglements, particularly in the Hilton Head Beaufort area.
Okay.
And so animals are getting tangled up in crab pots. They're also at risk of getting hit by boats. And then other things, just natural diseases, which, can be caused from poor water quality, things like that. But they can be affected, also by marine debris. So making sure we're picking up all of our trash and fishing line and things like that.
Well, Lauren, thank you so much for being here today. Is there a website that people can go to so they can check out everything going on Dolphin Week?
Yes, it's LMMN, so Lowcountry Marine Mammal Network, LMMN.org.
Well, again, thank you so much for being here, and it sounds like it's going to be a great week.
Thank you.
And there's more to come, so don't go away.